My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. Before a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
It's Friday. Hallelujah.
We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. Before a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause I'd start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Thank you, my love.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown, but we both know how to swim. No worries, as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Come along with me. Together with the truth you'll see. Got pearls and I like to do. Search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real.
Susan,
Classy vibes and joyful zeal.
Maria, Brenda,
Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun.
Come
Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen here, and spread the cheer.
it's you,
Members make the truth so clear.
Maria,
And the truth is what we do.
Fly Girl,
So hit subscribe and join the crew.
Brenda,
With
Barbara,
every search
welcome.
we pave the way.
Eileen,
Together we will save the
Anna.
day. With every laugh, we lift our hearts.
Lorinda,
In the search, we all
Mara.
take part.
Lorna,
Thank you all for standing strong.
Fly Girl,
Together we belong.
yeah.
Hit the light and share the light. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride.
Terry,
Helen here and
Man.
spread the cheer.
my angel,
Members make the truth so
Yeah.
clear.
Warrior, Cardi,
We lift our hearts. In the search, we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the light. Crush those
Another
pearls,
one.
let's take the ride.
Ricky,
Come in here and spread the cheer.
Girl,
Members make the truth so
Susan,
clear.
Carly, Yamma, Mara, Witchy,
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low. Together
Tammy
everywhere we
Barnes,
go.
and Bobo.
Justin's here and he's going live with the best
Yeah.
fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong.
What do we
Together
do?
we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. around the world just popping.
Highly doubt
With
it,
each
Brenda.
view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them
And we
pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Therese and Mommy.
We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars.
Susan.
Searching wide,
Thank
spreading
you,
love
guys.
afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justice heart and your support, together we will hold the fort.
Robin. Alcoholic. Comfort going. Susan. Yay! Coming in clutch. Oh, boy. Thank you, my love.
Daily grind, but we're not stopping.
You're so
Pearls
sweet,
around
honey.
the world just popping. With each view and
Susan
every
Elizabeth.
share, we send
Barbara.
hope and show we care.
Hatters Madness. How you doing? Last one. Robin, welcome. Now hit that thumbs
Click
up. Come on.
play and come along with me.
It's Friday, y'all. Yeah.
Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too.
Gypsy.
Search for facts is always new.
Oma. Come on.
In this place we keep it real.
We're real. Yes, we do.
Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun.
Hit it,
We
Barn.
shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the
Yeah.
ride. Comments here and spread
Elmo,
the cheer.
7 months.
Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do.
Thank
So
you, baby.
hit subscribe and join the group.
Appreciate you.
With every search we pave the way. Together we will
Barbara,
save the
thank you,
day.
baby.
Defending
Appreciate
truth
you.
is what we do.
Very kind.
So hit
Thank you,
subscribe
Angel
and join
Light.
the crew.
Appreciate you, my
With
love.
every search we pave the way.
Thank you.
Together we will save
Warrior.
the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts.
Canadian is
In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the
Marlena.
like and share the vibe.
Maybe
Clutch
I
those pearls and
can.
take the ride. Comments
Love
here
that
and spread the
baby.
cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Hi.
Hit the like and share the vibe.
Thank
Clutch
you,
those pearls,
Witchy.
let's
Thank
take
you,
the
baby.
ride.
Appreciate
Comments
you.
here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Well, hello, everyone. So good to see you all. Happy Friday, wherever you are. Really do appreciate you being here with me. It's Friday. I can't stress that enough. Good to see you all. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube, You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very, very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is March 14th, 2025. It is currently 5:58 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. We have a lot to talk about in this case. We are finally, finally hearing from Joshua, who is making statements. Now, as you know, uh, Konanki, Mrs. Konanki, she's 20 years old, Miss Konanki, 20 years old, and she has been missing for several days in the Dominican Republic. She was at this all inclusive, very affordable resort that many hey Ward, good to see you, babe. Kelsey and Elizabeth, Susan, hello everyone coming in, good to see you. um a lot of spring breakers go there, a lot of spring, I mean it's like $90 a night. It's as low as $90 a night. And if you go, if you've ever traveled anywhere in the Caribbean or Mexico, places like that, there is a lot of places that are all inclusive: drinks, food, and everything. All you can drink, all you can eat, all of that. Well, the electric went off in this resort for a while. And so Kanaki and her friends thought that they were going they go outside because nothing to do inside. You don't want to sit in the dark, and it's dark outside, it's dark inside. So they went along the beach. Josh and uh I've been saying his name, by the way, wrong the entire time. It's not Ribe, it is Ribby. I think that's how they pronounced it, Ribby. Oh, thank you, Judy. Good to see you, honey. And her friends left. They went back to their hotel room. Later that day, or earlier that morning, rather, I should say, they went on an excursion. And, they thought their friend and Josh were together. They were doing whatever they were doing. And they got back from their excursion and she wasn't in her room. Not been seen since. Josh is speaking today. And I'm going to tell you his replies to every question that they've asked, the replies. Now, he has two attorneys right now. You couldn't blame him, right? You couldn't blame him. Regardless, if you're innocent or not, you need an attorney. That's just the truth. Don't ever speak without an attorney, innocent or other. Don't ever speak without an attorney. Okay? And say as few words as possible. Hey, Alafade, good to see you. Hey, Dawson, Lisa, good to see you all coming in. Really do appreciate you. I need to thank Witchy coming in clutch. Thank you. Happy birthday, Pearl family. Thank you, baby. Really do appreciate your support, my love. DJ, how you doing? Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Good to see you. Thank you, Witchy and DJ, for being a member as well. Thank you, little Elmo. Good to see you, baby. Thank you for your long-time support. I really do appreciate that, my dear. 7 months. That's amazing. Thank you, beautiful pickle. Really do appreciate you. Angel, my beautiful angel, beautiful friend, mod, member, all the above. Thank you so much, dear angel. Really do appreciate your longtime support, and thank you for modding and being amazing as well. Barbara, so good to see you, honey. Thank you so much. Hope you are well. Really do appreciate you, my love. Witchy, thank you again, honey. That's very generous. You received that. Make sure you thank our beautiful Witchy. Very, very kind. Good to see you, honeys. And wanna be sleuthing. Thank you, my dear. Every time I see wanna be sleuthing, I don't know. I think of that song, gotta be wanna be starting something, something like that. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know why I think of that when I see wanna be sleuthing. That's like this thing I get in my head. I don't know. Thank you for 9 months, my dear. I don't get to tune in as much as I want to anymore, but once a pearl, always a pearl. How you doing? Love this community, Remy and Justin. Thank you so much, Wannabe Sleuthin. Really do appreciate you, my dear. And thank you very, very, very much for your longtime support. Really do appreciate that. And there's our baby War. Thank you so much, War. War is amazing. Make sure you guys, War, do you have your channel? If you do, make sure you drop your link. War is amazing and just a trooper in the Sebastian Rogers case. Really do appreciate War so much. Can't even tell you. Thank you for everything, War, your friendship, your support, everything you do in this community. Really do appreciate you, honey. Good to see you. Hey, Gypsy. Thank you, baby. Let's hit that. Thank you so much, beautiful Gypsy, my friend. It is so good to see you. Thank you for your support, being a mod, a member, all the above, my sweet friend. Hope you are well. Hope it's warming up where you are too. God, I hope. Thank you, Dawson, my beautiful Dawson. Hello, Justin Ghost. Give up the ghost. Thank you, my beautiful, gorgeous, sweet friend, mod, sweetie pie. Thank you so much, my dear. Good to see you, beautiful Dawson. Thank you so very, very much, honey. Good to see you. Hey, Jerry Lynn, where you been? How are ya? Thank you, Justin and Pearls. Thank you so much, Jerry Lynn. Really do appreciate your support. Good to see you, my dear friend. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, honey. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, War Snacks. Thank you so much, honey. Really do appreciate you. Good to see you, babies. And Cooter G. Well, blow me. Put me down a cooter. I'm usually in the bushes, but listen to all your lives. Thank you, Cooter G. Really do appreciate you, honey. Hope you are well. I haven't seen. I was gonna say I haven't seen you in a while. Sometimes you come out of the bushes. Come out of the bushes. The closet's too small and it's too dark to decorate. Thank you for 5 months here. Really, really do appreciate you so very, very much. All right. Now, let's get to it. I'll be honest with you. After I heard, because we didn't really hear a lot about what, you know, Josh was really saying. We had just kind of heard it through a third party. You know what I mean? Thank you, Dawson. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Go. Thank you so much. It's amazing. Thank y'all so much. I really do appreciate you. Hey, Fragile. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Karen. Thank you all so much. Ori. Hello. Okay. I'm never going. Breezy 5 months. Hey, darling. Hi, all. Late as usual. You're late. Breezy to the office, please. You're being paid. Breezy to the office, please. We need a late slip for Breezy. Good to see you, honey. Thank you for 5 months. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Hope you are well. Amos, 10 months. Oh my God, 10 months. I'm so proud to be a mom. Thank you so much, babies. Good to see you. Hope you are well. Thank you so much for your continued support. Really do appreciate you, my love. Good to see you, babies. 10 months. That's amazing. That is amazing. We got a new pearl. Ah. Thank you, Mary S. Welcome to the Pearl family. And may I say, Miss Mary, pearls look amazing on you. Welcome to the Pearl family. Make yourself at home. The mods and everyone in here will treat you amazing. Thank you for so much for being a part of the community. Really do appreciate you, lovies. Good to see you. Um, all right. So there is some things we need to cover. Um, let me they are saying that Joshua, and let me just make this clear, Joshua been named has not been named a person of interest at all. Not been named a person of no, scratch that. Sorry, he has been named a person of interest. He has not been named a suspect. That's what I mean. But he does have 2 lawyers. What? Dawson? Oh my God. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, my dear. That is very generous of you, my dear. Thank you so much, Dawson. Really do appreciate you, love. That is amazing. Psst, it's Friday. Riibe. I don't blame him for that either, Moss. I mean, I don't blame him for that either. I like I said, I think everybody should have an attorney. That's part of your rights. I don't know how it is in Dominican Republic, but he's got attorneys there. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Dawson. Again, that's amazing. Wow, thank you so much. Very amazing. Thank you so much, beautiful Dawson. Really do appreciate you. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. Hey, Robini, good to see you, honeys. Thank you once again, beautiful Dawson. That's amazing. Yes, she does rock. She's amazing. Always a bundle of light, for sure, as so many of you are in here. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Okay. So let me just give you a little bit of the rundown of the questions. I have them right here. And one of the questions is okay. Sudiksha Konanki presents inconsistent. Sorry. The hold on one second. I got this wrong. Josh Riibe, he has produced inconsistent statements. They are saying in a statement to the prosecutor's office, the young man who was accompanying the student at dawn on the beach says he saved her from the strong waves, put her on the ground in front of him, saw her go to collect her belongings, and at the same time, the water reached her knees and she was never seen again. Now, this is coming straight from the Dominican Republic news source. Okay. This is coming straight from them. Now, that doesn't make much sense to me. The young man who was accompanying the student, Josh, at dawn on the beach says he saved her from the strong waves. Now, this is the part I don't understand. Put her on the ground in front of him, saw her go collect her belongings, and at the same time, the water reached her knees and never saw her again. This is Hey, Juicy Jello, good to see you. Retha, good to see you. Lori, hello. What I don't understand is, okay, you put her in front of you and she goes to get her things, but if you're going to get your things, aren't you out of the water? I don't know. Hey, Buffalo Joe, good to see you. And Elizabeth, hello. So we're going to check with a few more outlets as well. This is the Dominican, this is the SIN, SIN network, I believe. Riibe, who appeared as a witness, allegedly evaded crucial questions on the advice of his lawyers and invoked his right to not answer certain questions. Konanki and Riibe were guests at the Republica Hotel in Punta Cana. That morning, they decided to go to the hotel beach with some friends. They were left alone, but only one of them returned. We now have photos of Josh coming back around 9 a.m. the morning Konanki went missing. The document containing his statements were obtained exclusively by the SIN network. You can watch a full video of his statements on the YouTube channel. Okay, let me see if I can pull that up in a minute. Joshua Stephen Riibe, the last person to see Konanki, was interviewed by the public ministry and on one of at least 8 occasions, expressed his inability to answer a question on the recommendations of his lawyer. So that's the recommendation of his lawyer. You're obviously going to take the recommendation of your lawyer. So you can't blame him there, in my opinion. Throughout the interview, which was not always consecutive, these are the 8 questions he refused to answer, according to a document containing his statements obtained by the SIN network. The news. My lawyers advised me not to answer that question, and I followed his advice. Could you tell us what you told your friend Carter Joseph when he asked about the missing girl, Konanki? This is his answer. My lawyer advised me not to answer that question, and I followed their advice. Now, this is just speculation right here, what I'm about to say. But that truly does make me wonder if he went and said something to his friend. He's young, right? And sometimes you just need to say something to somebody, right? Hey, Hippie Gypsy, good to see you. So I don't know. That's just speculation, though. All right. What do you think about Konanki's disappearance? That's the question. He says, my lawyers advised me to not answer the question, and I followed their advice. That was his answer. The question is, did young Konanki know how to swim or not? He says, my lawyer advised me not to answer that question, and I followed their advice. Do you remember if young Konanki made any gestures or cries while she was in the sea? He says, my lawyer advised me not to answer the question, and I followed their advice. Did you inform the authorities or the hotel what had happened to you and the girl on the beach? His answer, my lawyers advised me not to answer that question, and I followed their advice. Did you tell your friend what happened with you and the girl on the beach? His answer, my lawyer advised me to not answer the question, and I followed their advice. How do you feel about the situation? The question is asked. His answer, my lawyer advised me not to answer the question, and I follow their advice. Now, what we do know, what he did say, this is one of the stories that I'm about to tell you that I'm guessing what they're going with, meaning the allegedly his attorneys and him. Okay. And that is Josh, the last person to see Konanki, said in his interview that prosecutor's office as a witness that he struggled to save her from the strong waves that swept them away. He said, quote, I put her on the ground in front of me, end quote. And then said he turned around to vomit. And when he turned around, he didn't see her again and thought she was gone. I'll be honest with you. That sounds, I'm really trying to keep my mind open, and it's still obviously open, but that right there gives me pause, a lot of pause, to be quite honest with you. And it's just because you don't, the waves and all of that, I get that, but you don't turn around to vomit and then think someone just disappears. I understand you're both intoxicated and you're young and all of that, but that does concern me. I'll just say that. So this is from the prosecutor's office. This is what he said. As a witness that he struggled to save her from the strong waves that swept them away, he said, quote, I put her on the ground in front of me. And then said he turned around to vomit. And the quote was, quote, I put her on the ground in front of me, end quote. And then he said he turned around to vomit. And when he turned around to vomit, he didn't see her again and thought she was gone. This is part of the transcript of the interview, which is over 50 pages long, by the way. Joshua Stephen Ribe claims he saved Konanki from the strong waves. Quote, I looked afterwards and didn't see anyone, end quote. Joshua Ribe claims he saved Konanki from the strong waves. Quote, I looked afterward and didn't see anyone, end quote. Quote, I was getting tired and I realized she was getting tired of swimming too, end quote, he said. That doesn't sound good. Okay. Let me find the next quote where we. Okay. Now, also another thing that we are learning. Also another thing we're learning. There was supposedly other actual people in that area that night. That is true. He's very, I mean, yeah, listen to your attorney for sure. Absolutely listen to your attorney. Hey, Eileen. Um, he says, quote, my friend and I were drinking. We came home from a party, went to Pink Lobby, introduced ourselves to some girls, and there she was, end quote. Then there were talking about trivial things, he added, quote, we went to get drinks since we weren't exactly at the bar. We all went to the bar, meaning the girls and my friend, end quote. She also noted that they ordered shots. They drank and ordered shots. Quote, someone suggested we go to the beach. We all went except for two of the girls, end quote. Um, something relevant considering that the missing woman's original group that arrived in the country on March 3rd consisted of 6 women. The prosecutors asked him what they did on the beach. Okay, listen to this, because this is kind of what we were thinking. Quote, I took off my shoes and socks, emptied my pockets, took off my shirt, put them on a chair, and went into the sea, end quote. Of the group of 6 people, 2 men and 4 women who were seen heading to the beach, he said 2 girls did not go into the water. When asked what happened while they were in the water, he replied, quote, we were waist deep in the water, talking and kissing a little, something that hadn't come to light until this interview. So they were in the water and they were talking and kissing. So we are just now learning that. I mean, that is something I think we all kind of suspected. You know, they're in their 20s, they're on spring break, they are wasted. Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah. I mean, that's what you do when you're in your 20s. Um, right? They were drinking tequila. Okay. On how the moment of kissing came, he explained, quote, when we were walking to the beach, she was giving me little kisses on the face, end quote. So that's Josh saying Konanki was giving him little kisses on the face while they were, walking to the beach. However, this is not evident in the route captured by the hotel's surveillance system images. So the news is alleging that on the video, at least where you can see on camera, that they don't see, them, kissing her kissing him allegedly. Now that doesn't mean it didn't happen. They're just saying that they didn't see it. Okay. Describing what happened in the water, he narrated, quote, a huge wave came and hit us both, and as the water rose, it swept us out to sea. As soon as we were able to surface, We tried to call for help, but there was no one there, end quote. This is him, quote, saying, describing to what happened in the water, quote, a huge wave came and hit us both. And as the water rose, it swept us out to sea, end quote. Quote, as soon as we were able to surface, we tried to call for help, but there was no one there. Again, trying to keep my mind open. But after they got out of the water, and he said she went to get her clothes, and then he went to throw up. Alcohol, seawater, it's going to make you throw up. Hey, Guidance. Castle, hello. And then he turned back around and she was gone. And he didn't get anything, or he didn't get any help after that. And then he allegedly goes to sleep and he wakes up, and around 9 a.m. they see him walking back to the hotel. I'm going to show you that picture in a moment. Hey, Mom ended up. Odd he didn't mention he saved her from the wave earlier. Hello, Peggy. Good to see you. Eileen, Mara, Rita, Leslie. Okay. He added, I was getting tired. Quote, I was getting tired. I realized she was getting tired of swimming too. I was a lifeguard, so I grabbed her and pulled her out. I held her under my arm and swam to get her out of the water, end quote. The prosecutor asked what happened to him next. The prosecutor asked him what happened next. Quote, it took me a long time to get her out. It was difficult. I was a lifeguard at the pool, not at the sea. I was constantly trying to get her to breathe. But that didn't, sorry, this is translated. It says, but that didn't let me breathe all the time. And I swallowed a lot of water. I almost lost consciousness several times. When I finally reached the ground on the beach, I held her in front of me. It took me a long time to get out. It was difficult. I was a lifeguard at the pool, not at the sea. I was constantly trying to get her to breathe. But that didn't let me breathe all the time, and I swallowed a lot of water. I almost lost consciousness several times. When I finally reached the ground on the beach, I held her in front of me, end quote. He noted that, quote, so we went to gather her belongings. Since the sea had moved us, she wasn't out of the water, as it was knee deep. She was walking at an angle in the water. The last time I saw her, I asked if she was okay. I didn't hear her answer because I started to vomit all the seawater I'd swallowed. After I vomited, I looked around and didn't see anyone and thought she grabbed her things and left, end quote. Now, I don't know. I just try to think they're young and they're drunk. So I just hope this was an accident. Maybe it is easier for her grief stricken parents to suspect foul play rather than that she behaved in a manner that's so not acceptable. Perhaps, perhaps, absolutely. Absolutely, Moss. That's a valid point. Absolutely. I want to know if her things were next to him. Um, that is a good point because her her thing where what's the thing you wear at the beach, women wear at the beach? I never can think of the name. Uh was there. It's definitely got Halloween vibes. Sarong. Okay. So he added, quote, I felt really sick and tired. I lay down on the beach chair and fell asleep because I couldn't go far. Then I woke up because of the sun and mosquito bites. I went to my friend's room to get my phone and then went back to my room to sleep. End quote. At the end of the interview, he mentioned that the next day, quote, they found my things because I never picked them up, but someone had stolen my shoes and my room key card. End quote. When asked what happened to his friend and the other girls, he replied, quote, I think he told me the other day that he went to his room and the girls also went to theirs, end quote. The prosecutor asked him if he wasn't curious to see the girl he kissed at the beach again. To which he replied, quote, I was hoping to see her the next day. I thought I would see her in the area, end quote. Asked if he had heard any news or information about Konanki since last seeing her on the beach, he said, quote, no, I was sleeping in my room and my friend asked if I had seen her. I told him no. I thought she'd gone to her room. Her friends texted my friend since he had the number of one of them, end quote, claiming that he did not see the message. Wow. So, what are your thoughts on that? That is a lot to cover there. It is troubling. I gotta be honest with you. Sound like I know we're not calling 911. Youngsters need to learn to dial 911. I can sorta understand how the friends did not call 911. Um, because they had an excursion allegedly really early that morning, and they came back that afternoon, and when they realized her friend was not in her room, that's when they contacted the hotel staff.
Side of the resort complex where Sudiksha Konanki was last seen more than 5 days ago. Authorities are scrambling by land, by air, by water here in the Dominican Republic, trying to find the missing 20-year-old University of Pittsburgh student who officials say was last seen in the early morning hours of Thursday down by the beachfront entrance at the resort. Officials say she was with a group spotted on surveillance video heading down to the beach, and eventually her friends came back from the beach. But authorities believe around 4:15 in the morning on Thursday, March 6th, she disappeared, and she has not been seen or heard from since. Her parents clearly distraught on the ground in the Dominican Republic now.
They're not able to find my daughter.
On Monday, the sheriff from where Konanki lives in Virginia said that her friends, as of Monday, were still being held in the Dominican Republic for further interviews. Officials in the U.S. working in tandem with officials here in the Dominican Republic.
They're doing everything in their power to get to the bottom of this.
Investigators have revealed that they've also interviewed a young man who was down at the beach around that time. But at this point, authorities say it's not clear if foul play was involved with her disappearance. In a statement, Riibe Hotel says it's deeply concerned about the disappearance of one of our guests and is working closely with the local authorities, including the police and the Navy, to conduct a thorough search. So we're in Punta Cana, outside of this resort complex. It's pretty quiet out here. Don't see any police lights, no crime scene tape, anything like that. So on the outside, it looks like business as usual, but we know that the beachfront has been a site of quite a bit of searching from authorities. And again, we're talking about more than 5 days as of Tuesday since this 20-year-old college student was last seen. Her family here trying to find out what happened to their daughter.
Did you know that snake plants have a bit of a unique preference when it comes to their soil? In order to keep their leaves lush, tall, and looking their...
Okay. So, maybe someone else did something while he passed out. I mean, I guess it's a possibility, but the question I would ask is, he said he didn't see her there when he turned around to look for her.
Expanding their search for the U.S. college student from Loudoun County, Virginia, who vanished while on spring break. Crews searched the grounds around the resort in Punta Cana, where Sudiksha Konanki was last seen a week ago. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder has the latest on the search efforts.
Tonight, the search for 20-year-old Sudiksha Konanki has expanded in the Dominican Republic as authorities move toward Macau Beach, an area northwest of the Punta Cana resort where Konanki was last seen 1 week ago.
So true.
The United States Coast Guard confirms it is sharing technology and data for tracking ocean drifts with the Dominican authorities, who are leading this missing person investigation. With the Dominicans out front, they are clarifying statements made by other agencies earlier this week.
Tess says, but earlier he said he did see her ankle or knee deep in the water. He went to sleep. Let me look at that.
Dominican authorities say they do not use the term person of interest in their investigations, and any reference to the 24-year-old man who might have been the last person to see Konanki, Dominican authorities say he is a witness who is cooperating with the investigation. Sudiksha Konanki's parents are back in their Loudoun County neighborhood tonight after a brief trip to Punta Cana to work with police. I spoke briefly with a neighbor of the family who's acting as a sort of liaison right now. He tells me that the family appreciates the public's interest, the public's concern, but he says right now they're too shaken up to talk about it, and he says they really don't have many answers yet themselves. Today, we watched as Congressman Suhas Subramaniam showed up to the family's home for a private meeting with Sudiksha's parents, and the congressman spoke with us after their meeting.
She was planning to be a emergency room surgeon, and that she wanted to serve people in the community, and she was actually volunteering at a hospital. And so she was just an amazing young woman who's doing great things, and we're just praying that she comes home because she has a very bright future, and we want to do everything we can, and that means accelerating all of the work that's happening on the investigation, and then that means also being respectful of the family and their privacy.
Reporting in Loudoun County, Drew Wilder, News 4.
Okay. So,
Okay.
The star, or the sun rather, is just did a piece on it. And Ribe told the police they talked and kissed in waist-deep water before he saved Konanki from drowning. One second, let me turn this music off. Or down one. Okay. He told that they talked and kissed in waist-deep water before he saved Konanki. A big wave came and hit us both, and when the water returned, it swept us out to sea, end quote. Ribe told police, according to the transcript of his interview, news services. Let me find this. Let me see if I can. Okay. Just making sure that was. All right. Ribe, who said he had experience as a lifeguard, told police it took him a long time to get Konanki out of the water, but he was able to drag her until she was, quote, knee deep and walking at an angle out of the water, end quote. It's still unclear what happened to Konanki after that, as Ribe said. He called out for her, but didn't hear a response. He said he then got sick, throwing up the ocean water and that he had swallowed during the rescue, and passed out on a beach chair. Quote, after vomiting, I looked around. I didn't see anyone. I thought she had grabbed her things and left, end quote, he told the police. Dominican authorities quickly suspected that she drowned. Vice Admiral Agustin Morello Rodriguez, the commander of the Dominican Navy, told the SEN network Konanki's body may not have surfaced yet because she could have been stuck in coral reefs offshore. Quote, the body may be stranded on a reef. I knew that they were looking at reefs through boat and helicopter earlier. Quote, the body may be stranded on the reefs, on the coral reefs, which is why the Navy has deployed the team of Navy and local divers to comb the entire area where there are reefs and corals, he said. Rodriguez added, quote, so far, unfortunately, we have not been able to find the young woman, end quote. The Navy commander then painted a gruesome image of what could have happened to Konanki's body. Trigger warning. So I'm sure this is going to be tough to hear. Trigger warning. Quote, when a person drowns, they lose air from their lungs and fill with water, then the body sinks, end quote, he said. Rodriguez continued, quote, after 72 hours, the body begins to decompose. The organs begin to decompose and fill with gas. Then the body begins to float, end quote. He said the process lasts 36 hours to a week. As the search for Konanki progressed, Dominican Republic authorities said they weren't ruling out foul play. The Loudoun County Sheriff's Office in Konanki's hometown of Virginia told the U.S. they consider Ribe a person of interest because he may have been the last person to have seen Konanki. But the sheriff's office emphasized that Ribe has not been charged in the case and is not considered a suspect. He's just a person of interest at this point. The investigation remains a missing person case. Okay. Oh, there's some Venmo purchases. We need to talk about that as well. Yes. I forgot to mention this earlier. Konanki was staying at the Republica Hotel, a 5-star adult-only resort, with 5 of her friends before she went missing. Venmo transactions reviewed by the Sun, the U.S. Sun, showed Konanki made 2 payments on March 5th, hours before her disappearance. Let me see what this says. Okay. One transaction shortly before 3 p.m. was just described using a sailboat emoji, which may mean she was slated to go on an excursion on the boat. The other transaction made just before 3:38 p.m. was captioned Coco Bongo, a popular nightclub and show venture in Punta Cana. At around 4:15 in the morning on March 6th, Konanki was seen on surveillance at the video with a group of people as they walked toward the beach near the resort where Konanki was last seen. 5 women and 1 man were seen on the video leaving the beach shortly before 5 a.m. as Konanki and Riibe stayed behind. And as you see, they're all out there searching. The 8 questions that Riibe refused to answer. There were 8 questions from local police that Riibe refused to answer and instead said, quote, "My lawyer advised me not to answer that question and I followed their advice," end quote. According to the interview transcribe, one of the questions he refused to answer was whether Konanki knew how to swim. He was also asked if the student made any gestures or cries while she was swimming. Authorities inquired about whether Riibe told authorities, hotel staff, or his friends about what happened to him and Konanki at the beach. Riibe also refused to answer when police asked him what he told his friends when he asked about Konanki. He was also asked more general questions about the case, like how he feels about the situation, what he thinks about Konanki's disappearance, and how police can verify that everything he said is truthful. This is them on the beach yesterday. A lot of sadness and pain. Riibe's family asked for privacy during this, quote, very difficult time, end quote. Quote, "At this point in time, our family is going through a very difficult time right now, and we're experiencing a lot of sadness and pain," end quote, the Riibe family said in a statement per Fox News. Quote, "We kindly ask for privacy as we navigate the challenging moment together. We appreciate your cooperation and understanding," end quote, they added. Early on in the search, they urged rescuers to ramp up efforts and share fears that she may have been kidnapped. As of Friday, the family still desperately waiting for answers. This is the picture that was taken of her earlier that day she went missing. Let's see. I agree, Tess. I feel so bad for her family. It's a very terrible situation. There. Let's see here. Some searching. That's him leaving. Oh, there's a photo of him when he's coming back to his room. Let me see if I can find that for you real quick. Coming back to his room. He's just in shorts. Let's see here. Going. I don't see it right now. A new surveillance shows missing. The hotel gave a picture. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Got it. This is him coming back to his room that morning around 9 o'clock. He stated his shoes and key cards were taken. Maybe his shirt was taken as well. Could be Kim. Could be, for sure. Is there storms coming? I didn't know that. These guys are always narcissists and hide it well. They all think they can take what they want. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, he's a strong guy. He's a strong guy. That is for sure. This was, before they left. Just really, really sad. This is him talking to them on the beach. I hope this is an accident because it's just so sad. It's so sad whenever you see someone young that takes someone else's life and they destroy their life and they destroy both families' lives. So what's that, Nanette? You rang, honey? I don't know. I read he was free to leave, but didn't. So if guilty, I thought he would. They said they couldn't stop him from leaving, but they did have him kind of like in a hotel room. You know what I mean? There are some red marks up by his shoulder. Could be tattoos. Hey, Sonia. Good to see you, honey. He looks very bloated. I think he's just muscular. No one is saying this is Natalie Holloway, but we don't know. It obviously we associate things with what we already know, right? So when you think of a young pretty girl and a guy out drinking on spring break, you obviously associate it with Natalie Holloway. That's something that's perfectly normal. Doesn't mean any other thing. In fact, Beth Holloway has been very active speaking on this, speaking to the family, and all of that. Sure feels like it. Yo, it definitely does, Tess. It definitely does. It certainly does. In fact, one thing that's interesting about this is Natalie Holloway. It's been 20 years. And Konanki, she is 20 years old. Natalie's mama talked to the parents. I didn't know that. I think I heard that. Yep. She sure did. Straight lines, winds, and possible tornadoes. Ooh, goodness. Had there been there a few days already? Yes, I believe. At least these people disappeared and only one. Yes, that was back in January, JD. In January, there was 6 people total that was swept out, and 4 out of the 6 drowned just this past January. So it's extremely possible that, what he is saying is 100% accurate. We don't know. And this is the thing, they're young. They're very young. And just the fact that, people think differently, especially, remember, she's not even legally allowed to drink in the United States because of her age. Now he is 23 or 24. But he can. But still, he just seems like he just kind of a typical Iowa kid. You know what I mean? He wrestles, he is athletic, exercises, obviously fishes, and all of that. He could have caused it. He could have been trying to kiss her and whatever in the water. She resisted. Wave came. He left her out there. We might not ever know the truth. Yeah, I'm always leery of statements in other non-English speaking countries. Right. They're all reporting this now, though, but we'll just, if anybody can read Espanol, it's right there. That's the questions. Had a fire evacuation ordered. Oh, wow. I wouldn't be letting my kid travel overseas, this environment, just saying. I forget, I read the other day where, what is today's the 14th? Let me see if Core TV did an update on this yet today. No. Oh, look at this. Look at this. And it goes to Court TV. This is exactly what we were just talking about.
What's trending in true crime? Our coverage continues of the spring break disappearance of Sudiksha.
Link will be provided in the description.
Konanki in the Dominican Republic. And it's hard not to compare the situation to the case of Natalie Holloway. You'll recall she vanished on her high school senior trip in Aruba 20 years ago. Crime scene investigator Cheryl McCollum talked with us about the similarities in the two cases on Wednesday's show.
This sounds so much like Natalie Holloway. You've got a young girl on spring break surrounded by friends. She gets separated from the group with somebody that she met at a hotel in that country. And then she disappears. And then that person starts making statements that cannot be true.
So let's take a look at the striking similarities. Sudiksha is 20. Natalie was 18. Sudiksha was last seen March 6th in Punta Cana. Natalie was reported missing May 30th, 2005 in Aruba. Sudiksha is still considered missing this morning. Sadly, Natalie was murdered by Joran Vandersloot, a resident of Aruba. I'm so happy to have our next guest here in the studio with me all morning.
Look at that. That's interesting. Age 20, age 18, vanished, Dominican Republic, Aruba, vanished. Last seen March 6, 2025, May 30th, 2025. Still missing. Wow.
Sadly, Natalie was murdered by Joran Vandersloot, a resident of Aruba. I'm so happy to have our next guest here in the studio with me. He's a private investigator, best known for his work on Natalie Holloway's case. TJ Ward, back on the show with us. TJ, great to see you.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
Tess, how do we know Joshua was drunk? The video, you can tell he's drunk. You can tell he's drunk. They're almost like leaning on each other to hold each other up.
Sorry, it's under these circumstances, a missing young lady from Pitt. When you heard about Sudiksha's case, did you think what so many of us in the true crime community thought, that, oh my gosh, this gives us flashbacks to Natalie's disappearance?
Absolutely. And I went a step further. I called the mother 6 days ago. She was with the sheriff in Virginia. I gave her all my information. Matter of fact, I texted her all my information. I said, please call me. I'll help you set up a GoFundMe. Get me there to help you. I said, I'm very familiar with these type of cases and with doing the disappearance of Natalie Holloway.
Sheila, they haven't found her yet, but if you rewind, there is a lot of new stuff that came out.
Boy, get me there and to help you.
Yes. What did she say, TJ? Did she respond?
She didn't. I think she's so overwhelmed and taken about her daughter missing.
Sure.
Maybe she didn't. But I mean, it's out there.
Yes, they also saw them getting drinks at the bar.
I still want to continue to help her. I want to be there for her. There are things that have to be done. I'm receiving calls from people in the Dominican Republic telling me what's going on.
Wow. What are they saying, TJ?
Well, I've got 2 to call back that send me emails last night that want to talk to me and tell me what they think, what transpired there. We know that this country has been put on notice by the United States as a travel advisory with this. There's problems. There's problems in this country with rape, robberies, people being taken, kidnappings. So we have to take all that in consideration. And the goodness is that we got on this case very quickly, and we need to get there soon. I mean, I spent 18 years trying to get Joran Vandersloot and Deepak and Satish and following up with them, using the voice analysis on them. I know they weren't telling the truth. So finally, the end result, 18 years later, we get a little bit of the truth that came out of Joran Vandersloot's mouth for a deal to get his time here in the U.S. And Beth Holloway was very good about getting that done, along with Greta, and that they went and convinced for them to bring him here to the U.S. and face charges for the extortion, which should have happened in 2010 when he was given $25,000 with the FBI on film with Natalie's attorney, and it didn't happen. And then, of course, he went to Peru with Stephanie Flores, and she found out about this, and he killed her.
Right.
So he's got his 28 years he spent in a Peruvian prison, and then he's going to have to spend his 20 years here in Alabama in a federal system.
Horrific crimes Joran Vandersloot committed.
Yes.
Tell me, in the investigation of Natalie Holloway's case, and I actually went back and pulled up some videos of you being interviewed. You were all over the media, really became very well known, back then for this case, TJ. And there was always speculation that, oh, could she have drowned? And it seems that here in Sudiksha's case, that was the initial thought of all those investigators in the Dominican Republic. Oh, this is a drowning. This is a drowning. What do you think happened to Sudiksha?
I don't think it was a drowning. I don't. And I know that the sheriff in Virginia agrees with that also. This was not a drowning. Something transpired. She may be in the water, but she didn't do it on her own and drowned. What bothers me, this individual that was with her and last seen, who's now a person of interest, according to the federal government and also the sheriff in Virginia, I don't believe that the local law enforcement in the Dominican Republic want to believe that. And I know that because of tourism, they have good, the same thing that happened in Aruba. They had to hire somebody because of the tourism.
Right now, like, spring break is where things kick off for, you know, the Caribbean, anywhere place that's pretty water, you know what I mean, pretty weather. So it's, they don't want to hurt the industry, and that's exactly what happened with Natalie Holloway. He thinks it's foul play. He says, yeah, that's his opinion.
And we don't want countries to have people being robbed, murdered, kidnapped, and all in countries when they go to visit. But the problem is with younger people, they think they got this satisfaction. They're going to be able to go party and drink and be on their own and so on. They're not thinking about the safety of what could transpire while they're there.
Right.
So that's the case right here. And what's happened, that happened with Natalie Holloway. She didn't know who she was with or what she was with. And look what the end result is.
Right.
So we're back to square one. And this reminded me so much when I saw the beach and the water and person of interest and somebody missing. It's the same scenario 18 years.
It really is,
that I
TJ.
spent.
It's eerie, eerily similar. These beautiful young ladies with their whole lives ahead of them. In Sudiksha's case, regarding that person of interest, Joshua Riibe, do you think he is where investigators should place their primary focus?
The last person that was with her was him. So they have to target on him and interview him, and the story's changed already 3 or 4 times, and that's not good for him. And so if he is so-called the person of interest right now, goodness is that the FBI's there now to help and assist the Dominican Republic law enforcement.
Right.
They have the experience, and they've got people there looking and trying to help them and get them where they need to be with this investigation.
Right.
I'm gracious that they're there. They did the same thing in Aruba. I met with them. I met with the Aruban authorities, with the FBI, and the goodness of them being there, it's going to be helpful maybe now and later down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Marie, it went out. From what I understand, it kind of goes out rather often. It went out, I think, earlier that day. Or
if this guy is implicated or what they need to get new information out of him, if he knows something, he needs to talk. It bothers me that he was on the beach with her that early in the morning, and before she was reported missing was hours later. And that just doesn't, that's not a good part of the investigation. I've been in law enforcement for 47 years, and I know that that's a key right there.
Yes. Yes, TJ. Tell me, do you still stay in touch with Natalie Holloway's family? And I'm just wondering if you may be connecting with them over this, because certainly they watch the news, and I'm sure something like this could be very triggering.
I speak to Dave Holloway every week.
You do?
Every week.
Wow.
Dave and I are very good friends now. You know, we did a TV show in 2017, The Disappearance of Natalie Holloway. Dave and I spent lots of time together, and we've become very good friends. So we have.
You'll be talking about Sudiksha's case.
I talked to him 2 days ago. Yes, and about this.
I'm sure his heart is.
I don't think they. Oh, the two other guys. Gotcha, Maurice. Okay. Was there any video camera footage that would help out so much? Coco Pete, there wasn't of them at the beach, but there was them walking to the beach. And I'm getting ready to show you guys video of them at the where are they at? The bar. Hold on one second. I'm using translation here. CDN obtained exclusive footage of Joshua Stephen Ribe and Konanki and friends with their friends at the bar March 6th at 5:05. Security cameras footage from the Pink Lobby bar shows the missing Indian tourist leaving the bar to vomit. And Joshua does the same, indicating that both had consumed a large amount of alcohol. The footage coincides with Joshua's statements that prosecutors he stated, my friend and I were drinking. We came home from the party, went to the Pink Lobby, showed up with some girls, and there she was. The translation could be wrong. I don't know. But let me show you the video. They could have been so out of it that... Can I make this bigger? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to screen record this and make it bigger. So we can see it bigger. I'm making it bigger so we can see it better. Bear with me. I mean, if they both like threw up, that's not good. You know what I mean? That's what Google translates. I copied this Spanish and translated it. You can see him over there doing something. They're hugging. Some people's hugging. We'll be able to see it better here shortly. Give me 1 second. Oh, look at there. Oh. Konanki's over there where the red circle is. Hold on. Oh, she's sick. Wow. As soon as this is done recording, I'll make it bigger. Okay. All right, let me save this. Okay. All right. let me put this in up here. And I'll make it bigger so you guys can see this. No, crap. Save. Downloads. Why is it not videos upload? Okay, here we go. All right. Here, this is going to be much better now for y'all to see. My beautiful pearls. Hey, Holly. All right. Make it as big as I can for y'all. All right. So, Mona is late. All right, look up here where they both were very, very intoxicated, apparently. Right here. Here's Konanki. Where the circle is. You can tell they're just all around the bar having a good time. Look where this circle is, this red circle. He's throwing up there, I think. Right? He's throwing up there. Oh, he's stumbling. Bad. Look at him stumbling. Bad. No, she didn't. Opinionated. That's so true, Linda. Now watch. She's throwing up. He's pee-peeing. Is that what? Really? Yeah, they were doing tequila. They both are smashed. And you know, drinking can change how people behave too. According to this, it says 5:05 a.m. But I think it's would be earlier than March 6th, 5:05 a.m. Security camera footage from the Pink Lobby Bar shows the missing Indian tourist leaving the bar to vomit, and Josh does the same, indicating that both had consumed a large amount of alcohol. The footage coincides with Joshua's statement to prosecutors where he stated, quote, "My friend and I were drinking. We came home from a party, went to the Pink Lobby, showed up with some girls, and there she was." It was with him. Yeah, it was him stumbling. You can see him stumbling. Watch this. Watch this. He's getting ready to stumble. Hey Prex, good to see you. Little Red is tardy. Looks like he's zipping his shorts. I think he was peeing as well. That's what I was wondering, Tina. I was like, where are they just throwing up like in the floor or out in the grass or I would think bartender would shut people off. They don't. Not spring break. Dirty Diana is late. I've got some late slips to hand out, y'all. Yeah, after so many drinks, you would think they would get them out, but they don't. No, it's not hard to think she could drown. He may have lost his breath and got out and collapsed, then realized, oh my God, she drowned. You know, and it could really go either way. You know, because alcohol can, it changes people's inhibitions. That tequila is some rough stuff. I've never drank tequila in my life, ever. Hey, Blue Eyes. They're not driving, so they won't. Yeah. All right. We need to hand out some late slips. Mods, get ready. Narita is late. Let's see here. Let me get some late slips up in here, up in here. Diana to the office, please. You're being paged. Narita, Mona, Lil Red, and Dirty Diana to the office, please. You're being paged. We need late slips for the girls. Everybody needs a late slip. What? Who does? Who does, Blue Eyes? Your mom? Oh, honey. How old is she? I'm so sorry. I do not think he would be able to rise to that occasion. I do. Gypsy. I do. You're 24, you're an athlete, and you still have a good heart. You can do it. I don't care. I hate vodka and tequila. My drinks, vodka. Ugh, I can't do it. Can't do it. And that's some BS sickness the next day. I've had one hangover in my life, and that'll probably be the only hangover I ever have in my life. And it was on a cruise ship. I woke up and I thought the boat was spinning. And I've only drank. I've not drank in my 40 years probably more than 10 times, 12, maybe 15 max. In the photos that I've seen of him, he looks like a young bloated alcoholic to me. He's so bloated in the face. Someone else said that he looked bloated looking. Lori, congratulations, girlfriend. 5 1 2 3 4 5 That is amazing. Congratulations. You are a rock star. Keep it up, girl. Keep it up. Probably felt the best you felt in a long time. I almost drowned drinking. You become so heavy from the panic. All the oxygen leaves when you panic. Very scared. I don't drink or swim anymore. 9 years sober. Congratulations. Thank you. That's amazing. Congratulations. 17 years for you. That's amazing after the storm. Congratulations. My parents were alcoholics, and I don't know how I didn't get the gene. I really don't know how I didn't get it. Thank you, Lord. Alcohol never appealed to me, ever. Never, ever, ever. I don't like that feeling of being out of control of myself. Blue Eyes Honey, please keep us posted. We're praying for you and your mommy, honey. I've never drank in my life. Ernie, I owned a nightclub. That's so funny. That's so funny. Is the guy from here? The guy, yeah, he's from Iowa, Michelle. He's from Iowa. Does the prosecutor speak? What was that? English? Probably. To her about drinking so many times. Yeah, Witchy, they make these things that you can cover your drink with so they can't get laced and stuff like that. Keep the drink in your hand if she drinks. Me too, Jane. So I can't. My fiance for 10 years was an alcoholic. He drinks beer every day. His mom and dad that just passed away. His father was a. I do too, Ash. It's hard. Like if you have an alcoholic spouse, mom, dad, brother, sister, whoever, someone in your family, it can be difficult. Trust me. Been there, done that. Even if restroom, take it. Hell yes, take it everywhere. Or someone you are with and trust with every fiber of your being. Yeah, Gypsy, definitely don't. Yes. Thank you, Carol. Pretty amazing how alcohol is legal. Yes. Alcohol is one of the alcohol is one of the, other than things like Xanax and Valium, it's the only thing other than like Xanax and Valium that you can die having withdrawals from. And the interesting thing is both of them are legal. Legal. Yeah. It's a depressant for your breathing and stuff. So he is from hold on. Where Riibe from? Rock Rapids, Iowa. Rock Rapids, Iowa. All right, guys, I will be live in 30 minutes from now. Thank you all so very much. 10% of alcohol, withdraw that from it. It's really bad. It sure does, Donna. It sure does. Yeah. My granddad, mom of alcohol. Yeah. All right, guys. See you guys in 30 minutes. Really do appreciate you all, my amazing mods, members, pearls, all of you in here, everyone chatting, everyone in the bushes. Thank you all so much. Thank you, guidance. All right. Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Tess. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you guys here shortly. Much love. Bye bye.